Hey everybody, it's Riker Rider, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Dragoon. Today we are going to head up to the Dragoon Towers, just as Shirley requested we did at the end of Disc 3, and free the 4 spirits of the Dragoons. As you can imagine, each of these 4 Dragoon fights are optional boss battles. So I am going to take a moment to go over my setup for the first one against Syuveil the Wind Dragoon. I've already rearranged my setup off screen, so I'll just go over it now. I'm using Al and Maru for this fight. Dart has Soul Eater Therapy Ring for added damage. I've moved Al to the Night Helm from the Magical Hat, because since he has Jade Dragoon armor, the only thing that matters to him is physical defense, and I've chosen to maximize that. There aren't really any good accessories for this fight, because all he does is he just uses physical attacks and Dragoon magics, like Gas Blitz. One thing that is pretty important to note about not only Syuveil, but all 4 of the Dragoons, is they have their summons as special attacks. There really aren't any good accessories here, so what I want to do is get going with Maru, have her use Psych Bomb and as much Dragoon magic as possible in this fight, because it's not really that useful against that many of these fights. It'll be most useful here. Well, let's go ahead and get started. You're going to have to make your setup changes outside of each of these rooms, because once you enter the room, you won't be able to change your setup anymore. Yeah, I thought this was supposed to be a ruin. I really like how they show the 4 Dragoons in the Dragon campaign, the ones that died, and even give them a handful of dialogue, and shows the Dragoon Tower rooms as they originally were during the Dragon campaign. It really sheds some light on the Dragon campaign, and I think if there was a sequel to The Legend of Dragoon, it would almost have to be a prequel. Unfortunately, this game isn't really popular enough to merit a sequel. Alright, first of the 4 Dragoons, Syuveil. Fighting him is pretty much exactly like fighting Al. Because he has such a strong physical attack, you'll want to keep Maru on guard when her HP is low. I'm actually going to use my power-up and such on Al, because he's going to be able to deal the most damage, either that or Dart. So I'm just going to go ahead and have Maru fire her Psych Bomb now. Now this should deal somewhere in the neighborhood of 3,000 damage. Oh right, I didn't use the power down right away. So I'm just going to go ahead and buff and debuff like normal. Pretty much what you'll want to do in this fight is go to town with Dart's Dragoon magic and Al's regular additions. You should not have to transform into a Dragoon with Al during this fight. Now, the Dragoon additions will be performed perfectly every time, and they hurt a lot, especially on Maru. So you can run into issues with Maru surviving, but I think that she's the best way to deal damage to Syuveil. Where's my spreadsheet? I thought I loaded my spreadsheet before I started the recording. Apparently not. I guess we'll just have to do it now. I do have some items left over. And they're thunders, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and use one of those now. I'm not really going to have any better use for him in the near future, and I kind of want to get him out of my inventory before the next side quest. Syuveil has 12,800 HP. Well, that wasn't too bad. So it'll take some time to finish. Thought for some reason he had a status ailment on him, because Syuveil cannot inflict any status ailments. He just has all of Al's Dragoon magic except for Rose Storm. And it's a really good thing he can't use Rose Storm, because that would make the fight really, really annoying. Very good design decision by the developers here. Now, at this point, I want to start firing off Final Bursts, because they should do the most damage to this guy, especially considering that Syuveil is not elements, magic defense. Sorry, I don't think Kongal is worth using here, just because Kongal's strength is in Dragoon editions and just physical damage in general. Even though Syuveil is weak to Earth, it's just not worth using Kongal's Dragoon magic because it's terrible. That's pretty good damage. Got any more flash halls? Yeah, we do. Another thing about with Maru and Dancer's Ring is she's just so fast. You shouldn't have to use too many items in these 4 fights. I mean, you'll probably have to use 1 or 2 per fight, but you shouldn't need that many. And I'm going to be doing all 4 of these fights on one set of items. I'm not going to go back to the Peddler Brothers at all.
Just this.
Now, this shouldn't do too much damage, especially not to a dart that's transformed into a Dragoon. I'm not concerned about Syuveil's Dragoon magic at all, because Dart's going to be Dragoon most of this battle. Maru's got tons of magic defense, and Al's immune to it anyway. Oh, it's terrible. What do I want you to do, Maru? Maybe speed up Dart here. So we can get a few more turns and end this a little more quickly. Oh, this is gonna do beans. Look at that, that's pathetic. I mean, that would have done a lot of damage to Al if he didn't have the Dragoon armor, but, yeah. I think I'm actually going to save some of Dart's MP for the other fight. Oh, that was awful. Yeah, I think I do want to save Dart's MP for the other fight. Get some SP back for Maru, because she's going to want to be Dragoon for another part of the fight, or another fight. Okay, that's much better. Not perfect, but I can usually get 4 out of 5. Okay, that damage is much more like it. You will want to keep your eye on HP if it gets below, like, 1,000. Use a Healing Breeze. Especially if you're using characters that have a lot less physical defense than this party. Oh, this is a nice little treat. I'm never going to use this spell in the main game, so you'll get to see the Jade Dragon here. I even forget what this one looks like. That did a lot of damage to Maru, I'm surprised. I think I'm going to have to use a Healing Breeze here. Wow, I have 6 Healing Rains? I can't believe that. Well, come to think of it, it shouldn't be that surprising considering that I haven't used a Healing Rain for the whole game. And I think you can actually get 1 or 2 more. But, like, aside from the ones that you would normally be able to get from, say... what am I looking for? From Lohan, by turning in 60 tickets. I mean, you can get, if you have the gold for the tickets, or the patience and the skill to play for tickets, you can get pretty much as many Healing Rains as you want. Oh, almost. I'm actually surprised I'm doing as much damage to him as I am. What do I do here? I think if I get another turn before he does, or not. Gas Blitz or Wing Blaster, I don't care.
Wing Blaster.
Yeah, Wing Blaster's weak. I mean, I guess it's kind of annoying that it hits everybody, but meh. At this point, Maru, I think I'm going to put a Material Shield up on you so you don't get wrecked by a physical attack. I really should use these things more in boss fights. See if I can get Maru's SP back here. I'm obviously not doing it for the damage, because Maru's physical damage doesn't matter unless you have her final edition. Because her final edition is ridiculously powerful. Oh, this is a Gas Blitz. And because of Jade Dragoon armor, this isn't going to do anything to him. I like how he just stands there and takes it like a man. Doesn't even flinch, and he gets SP from it anyway. Why is he getting 2 turns in a row? He's only got 50 speed. And both of them, and 2 of my party members are faster than that. Now you understand my point why Dragoon editions become outdated, or they just become outclassed by final editions once you get them. Your final editions just do so much more damage. For each of these 4 Dragoons, defeating them gets you 6,000 experience, 3,000 gold, and the rest of the elemental stones. For defeating Syuveil, we get the Jade Stone, which halves wind elemental damage. I don't think it was a very good design decision to give them all out here, because where else are they really going to be useful? Since a lot of the encounters for the rest of the game use primarily non-elemental attacks. I don't think you want to go to hell, Syuveil. Well, that's 1 Dragoon down, 3 Dragoons to go. Unfortunately, to get to the next one, you have to climb all the way down, go all the way over. We're going to get into a couple of random battles on the way there, but shouldn't be that many. Alright, we're right outside the next Dragoon Tower, so I'm going to take a minute to heal up, rearrange my setup, and I will be right back.